What if everything you believe about your past, your relationships, and your need to be liked is holding you back? The Courage to be Disliked isn't just a book, it's a bold wake-up call. In this video, we'll explore how this quiet little book by Ichiro Kishimi can shake up the way you see yourself, others, and your purpose in life. If you're trying to build new habits, find more freedom, or live with more meaning, this message might be the mindset shift you've been waiting for. At Poetics of Success, we go beyond simply revisiting book lessons. We breathe new meaning into them, aligning each idea with your personal journey. Subscribe for more powerful ideas on how to stop chasing approval, build confidence from within, and live a life that's true to who you really are. Ichiro Kishimi is a Japanese philosopher and author. He studied Greek philosophy and later became a big supporter of Alfred Adler's psychology, also known as Adlerian psychology. Kishimi believes that we don't have to be controlled by our past and that people can choose to change their lives. He writes in a clear and simple way, so more people can understand deep ideas. He worked with writer Fumitake Koga to bring these ideas to a wide audience through conversations that feel like everyday talk. The Courage to be Disliked is a book written as a conversation between a philosopher and a young man. The young man is confused and unhappy with his life, and he doesn't understand how people can feel free or satisfied. He challenges the philosopher with questions and doubts. The philosopher answers calmly, sharing ideas based on Adlerian psychology. The book has 5 parts. Each part covers a different part of the conversation. They talk about how people often believe their past controls them, but the philosopher says we can choose our path. They also talk about how people worry too much about what others think, and how this stops them from living fully. As the conversation goes on, the young man starts to question his beliefs about happiness, freedom, and relationships. The whole book is written like a play, with back-and-forth dialogue. This makes it easy to follow and helps the reader feel like they're part of the conversation. By the end, the young man sees the world differently, even though he still has more to learn. The book is not about giving quick answers, but about opening your mind to a new way of thinking. The book talks about a big idea. Your past does not control who you are today. Many people think they can't change because of what happened to them before. This belief comes from old ways of thinking, like in Freud's psychology. But Adler, the psychologist that this book is based on, says something different. He says we are not shaped by our past. We are shaped by the meaning we give to our experiences and by the goals we choose now. Ichiro Kishimi says that trauma or pain from the past is real, but it doesn't decide your future. What matters more is what you decide to do right now. Many people use their past as an excuse to avoid making changes. They might say, "I can't do this because of what happened to me." But the truth is, they are choosing not to try. In the book, the young man says he is unhappy because of things that happened when he was a child. But the philosopher tells him, "You are choosing to be unhappy." This doesn't mean the pain wasn't real. It just means he's using it as a reason to stay stuck. If you're trying to change your life, maybe you want to start eating healthy, get up early, or stop a bad habit. It's easy to say, "I've never been good at this." But that's just a story you're telling yourself. You can choose a new story today. You're not stuck. You're not broken. You can start fresh with a new goal and move forward. The book also focuses on relationships. The philosopher says that most of our problems come from how we deal with other people, whether it's feeling jealous, angry, shy, or even sad. It often connects to someone else. We care too much about how we are seen by others, and this can make life very stressful. Ichiro Kishimi says that people want to be accepted and praised. They want to feel important. But when we live our lives only to get approval from others, we start to lose ourselves. We may stop doing what we want because we're scared people will laugh at us, ignore us, or think we're not good enough. The author says we don't need to be recognized by others to feel valuable. We are already enough, just as we are. The philosopher tells the young man, "You are not the center of the world." At first, this sounds harsh, but then he explains, when you stop thinking everyone is watching and judging you, you feel free. You can just focus on your own life, not on how people see you. Let's say you want to go to the gym, or try journaling, or say no to things that drain you. You might feel worried about what your friends or family will think. But ask yourself, are you living for them? Or for yourself? Your habits are yours. If you wait for everyone to support you, you may never start. Let go of the fear of judgment. It's not your job to impress the world. The idea that true freedom means being okay with not being liked is one of the boldest ideas in the book. Most of us want to be accepted. We want to be liked by friends, family, co-workers, even strangers. But this need can control our lives. We end up doing things just to please others, even if it doesn't feel right for us. Ichiro Kishimi says that the more we try to be liked by everyone, the more we suffer. He believes that we should live by our own values, even if some people don't agree. Being disliked doesn't mean you're wrong, it just means you're different. And that's okay. You can't live a free and honest life if you're always worried about fitting in. In the book, the young man talks about how hard it is to say what he really feels because he doesn't want people to get upset or turn away from him. The philosopher reminds him that if you speak and act with honesty, some people may not like you. But that's a sign you're being your true self. If everyone likes you, maybe you're hiding who you really are. If you're trying to build new habits or change your lifestyle, like quitting alcohol, starting therapy, setting boundaries, or taking a new career path, people might not understand. Some may disagree or even pull away. That can hurt. But remember, you are not here to please everyone. You are here to grow. Letting go of the need to be liked is the beginning of real strength. The book, additionally, talks about what it really means to live a good life. Once we stop worrying about our past and about being liked, we can start focusing on the present moment. The philosopher says that happiness comes from contributing to others, in simple words, helping, supporting, and being useful to people around you. Ichiro Kishimi believes that happiness isn't about success, money, or being better than others. It's about feeling like you matter, because you are making someone else's life a little better. When we stop thinking only about ourselves and start thinking about how we can give to others, life becomes meaningful. That doesn't mean you need to be a hero. It just means doing what you can. where you are. The philosopher says that true happiness is the feeling of contribution. He tells the young man that even small acts, like doing your job with care, listening to a friend, or being kind to strangers, are ways of giving back to the world. These actions don't always get attention, but they bring deep satisfaction. If you're changing your life, eating better, waking up early, learning new skills, it's easy to make it all about you. But when you connect your habits to something bigger, like helping your family, inspiring your kids, or giving back to your community, you feel stronger. It's not just about self-improvement anymore. It's about purpose. The Courage to be Disliked is not just a book about psychology. It's a guide for living with more honesty, more freedom, and more purpose. Ichiro Kishimi and Fumitake Koga use a conversation between a philosopher and a young man to help us see that we are not stuck in the past, that we don't need to be liked by everyone, and that real happiness comes when we live for something beyond ourselves. If you're someone trying to build better habits or change your lifestyle, this book gives you a powerful mindset shift. You don't need to wait for approval. You don't need to be perfect. You just need the courage to start right where you are and focus on growth, contribution, and showing up fully in the present moment. So, take a deep breath, let go of the pressure to please everyone, and choose the life you want to live. Here's to your wealth, your success, and the consistency that carries it forward. If you found this helpful, subscribe to Poetics of Success for more powerful ideas that transform how you think, work, and grow. Our aim is to help you awaken the quiet strength within and turn powerful insights into steps toward real, lasting success. Explore our other videos, and remember, change starts with one step. See you in the next one.